Welcome to 30-Second Chances, where we ask deep, contemplative questions and provide far too little time to formulate thoughtful, reflective answers. My guest today is Mark Johnson, Program Director of Show Production at Full Sail University.
You got it.
Whew, got through that entire title without goofing it up. Excellent. How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Good to see you.
Likewise, likewise. Okay, you know the drill. 30 seconds on the clock and on to the next question. Are you ready?
Well, I guess. Yeah. We'll give it
Okay,
a shot.
first
We'll give
one's
it a
an
go.
easy. Yeah, first one's an easy one. Describe your job to a 5-year-old.
I teach live production, shows, events, things like that to students. I run the program that we provide this service to. I don't like this answer.
I was going to tell you, a 5-year-old doesn't know what live production is.
Yeah, yeah. So let's try this one again.
Yeah, so far you're
I'm bombing. Yeah,
next question.
yeah.
The Mark Johnson action figure has just been put on the market. What two must-have accessories are bundled with it?
Let's see. A glass of Dr. Pepper and a rocking chair. I'm all about comfort, man.
I'm not sure I know what to say about that. Okay. Dr. Pepper and a rocking chair.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, sure, why not? Next question. What's the weirdest thing you believed as a small child?
What's the weirdest thing I believed as a small child? I believed that I was related to everybody who was named Johnson. I was somehow related to anybody who had the last name Johnson.
Let's see, that would have included a former president, um, some really off-color jokes.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Well, you said as a small child.
Indeed, indeed. Okay. Next question. What album or show would you love to have mixed, and what would you have done differently?
Wow. Um, I probably would have loved to mix Chaka Khan. And I don't know that I would have done anything differently, but I just would have loved the opportunity. I think she's amazing.
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree. Well, that was too easy.
Hey, so far, except for the first one, I'm hitting them, hitting them within the 30 seconds. So,
Okay, next question, and this is somehow appropriate. What's the most creative backhanded compliment you've ever received?
oi, oi, oi.
Not including any I've given you today.
Any from you? You know, I don't know that I've ever gotten any creative backhanded compliments. I've gotten backhanded compliments, and some of them haven't necessarily been creative. Uh, oh, once, okay, once I mixed a show when I had probably a little bit too much to drink, and it was like, if it takes this to get you to mix like this, we'll do it again.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. Next question.
By the way, I only did that once.
There might
I
be a reason. Yes.
Yeah, I discovered that it was not necessarily a good idea.
Okay, if you could have one pointless or semi-useless superpower, what would it be and why?
Hmm. I'd probably like to fly.
That's so boring. Everybody says fly.
Really?
Yeah. That's what
Oh.
everybody wants to do is fly.
Well, you don't have to deal with traffic. I mean, you may have to deal with air traffic control, but
I was going to say you get grazed by a 747. That could leave a mark,
yeah. But at least I could get from here to there without,
I had a guy who wanted to be able to open cans.
Oh,
Can opener man. I mean,
yeah.
there's a superpower.
That's pretty useless. Yeah.
Okay, next question. Steve Irwin has you in a headlock. What is he telling the audience about you and your native habitat?
Wow. Well, unfortunately, not much these days, but Uh, he's very docile, and he's not going to struggle. And he just thrives where he is.
Oh, man. Okay, what's the strangest thing you've ever done for money?
Strangest
I
thing
may know
I've ever
the
done.
answer to this, but
Well, I worked in the entertainment industry. You know, I mean, it's true in a sense. There's so many people that don't really have a clue what we do, and sometimes even trying to explain to them what we do, you know, to quasi-intelligent people, it's, you know, they still don't get it. So, um, and I've made a career of it.
quasi-intelligent people, there's a qualifier right there. Okay,
Right.
next question. If you wore a 10-gallon hat, what would you be concealing underneath it?
If I wore a 10-gallon hat, what would I be concealing underneath it? Um, well, probably said Dr. Pepper that I mentioned earlier, my refreshing beverage of choice.
It sounds like a very, very large bottle.
Hey, I used to drink that stuff by the gallon practically on a daily basis. So.
Explains a lot.
Pretty,
Next question. What's the worst thing you've ever said to a boss or a client without thinking?
hmm. Fortunately, I think most of my thoughts are considered, so I really can't think of anything that I've said that would get me in trouble later on. I've done things, but I haven't really said much.
Okay, either that or you've just blocked it out from memory, right?
Yeah. Well, you know me. I don't. You know, I think I'm a measured speaker.
This is true. Yes, I would agree with that. Okay, tell me something about yourself that sounds absolutely absurd but is really true.
Uh, you got me. I'm a pretty boring guy overall.
You once had a great mullet. I've seen photos.
Well, it was never really a mullet. It was more like a do, an afro. But that's, you know, that was in my youth.
I think it was more like an affo. All right, that concludes our questions. I'm going to put 30 seconds more on the clock, and I'm going to allow you to either answer for me a question you wish I had asked you, shamelessly plug something you're doing or working on, or ask me a question, or just pontificate on life. 30 seconds, go.
Wow. Um, hey, Daniel,
Uh-oh.
what was your best career day?
My best career day. I think almost every day has been great for me career-wise. I have been probably one of the most fortunate people to be able to do what I do and work in this industry for as long as I have and meet so many of my idols from my youth, and you know, people whose albums I bought as a teenager and get to be in the studio with them, get to have dinner with them and hang out with them and be friends with them, and you know, just shoot the breeze. Man, I just feel like one of the luckiest people on earth almost every day.
Yeah, that's kind of the way this industry is treated. I think a lot of us.
It's a wonderful thing, man. It really is. You know, people think we're absolutely crazy for working in this industry, and they're right. But
Yeah,
but man, I wouldn't do anything else. It's really
yeah.
true.
I kind of fell into it, but I've loved mostly practically every minute of it. You know, and when I saw that picture that you posted
Oh, the
on
Montreux
Facebook.
Jazz Festival thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That
brought back
that
some
to
great
me was,
memories,
was
man.
amazing because I have this thing that I call 6 degrees of Facebook, and just if you look at the thread and all the different people that uh, liked or commented or uh, otherwise expressed some kind of opinion about it, was pretty cool. I thought.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's really true. Mark Johnson, thanks for being our guest.
Hey, glad to be here virtually at least, but I'm at my lake and you're in your studio, so you know,
Can't complain, man.
can't complain.
Let's see if I can get through that. Program director of
You
show.
got 30 seconds.